Hello. Wait, where am I? There I am. Um, Technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. I am moving now. But yes, welcome in everyone. Today we are playing Jump King. I didn't really know what to stream today, so it's kind of just like a last minute decision. I'm also going to play some new music. Actually, hold on a sec. I need to actually add it. I think that should do it. That might be a bit loud. Just turning it down. We'll try that maybe. But yeah, recently, I should also get this out of the way. Recently, I bought some, like a playlist of 80 songs from an indie artist. And yeah, it's like really cheap, just $10 US for 80 songs that I can use basically like in any way I want, commercially or, you know, for streams and everything. So yes, I can actually play this on YouTube, which is good. Let me just make sure actually that YouTube is getting it. Yes, it is. So yeah, don't have to worry about like copyright or anything like that. And yeah, basically, I probably won't use like all 80 songs, but for this stream, I'm having them all play just like in order. And then like we can decide which ones we like. Basically for like normal chill stream, and then I think there's also some kind of more exciting, maybe like battle type music, which would also be good for like, you know, playing Honkai Star Rail, stuff like that. So yeah, probably I'll make like 2 playlists. One just normal one, and then one fight battle one. Speaking of which, I think that first song that played is a good one to add to the regular stream. And this one too, I think. Also, for some reason, my Twitch stream manager isn't like entirely working right now. It was worse earlier, so luckily I can at least see like how many viewers I have and stuff. But right now the activity feed isn't loading at all, so we'll see. I mean, like, hopefully I'll still get alerts and stuff. If anything happens. But yeah, I'll need to like pay attention to the names that show up so I don't miss them. But yeah, hopefully we can actually make some progress this stream. So I think last stream we didn't actually make it to a new area because it had been like forever since I had last played. It was mostly just like a warm-up, pretty much. I'm not going to say that I'm surprised I haven't fallen all the way to the sewers yet, because as soon as I say that, I'm going to fall all the way to the sewers. So I'm actually not surprised at all. In fact, this is all according to plan. Was that already another? Okay, this is a cool song. I'll add this one too. Yeah, apologies for like pausing every like minute and a half to 2 minutes. But once we, you know, make the playlists, then they'll just be good to go for the future. I think we go over here. Yes, I think I know. I see what I need to do. When I first started, there was another also attempting. Needless to say, he didn't get as far. What is this thing? It's like a gargoyle creature, by the looks of it. Okay, is this a full jump? I think it might be, because that's basically exactly the height of a full jump. So yeah, let's just trust. Full send it. Radigans. I'm actually surprised I made that one. Okay. Okay, don't get too cocky. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. Oh no. What was I going to talk about? Oh, right. Oh. I finished watching, oh god. Now I'm falling. I finished watching There's no freaking way I'll be your lover, unless, which is a Yuri anime that aired just last season. Finished up now. Oh god. I thought it was pretty good. The last episode actually, like, really surprised me. And then I thought, like after finishing the final episode, I thought that it was actually, like, genius the whole time, possibly. Maybe it, like, recontextualized the entire anime to make me enjoy it much more. So then I started reading the manga, which is also quite good. But, unfortunately, it wasn't the grand revelation that I first thought. I mean, it's by no means, like, bad or anything. But at first, while I was watching, I was basically convinced that I already knew, like, the direction the anime would go, basically. Like, who the main character would end up with and everything. Kind of like the format it would follow. And, like, you know, for the most part, I was right. Except for the final episode, which really surprised me. But yeah, upon reading the manga, it kind of, like, purposefully did that, like it didn't actually follow through with it. Which is a bit unfortunate. And so now I'm thinking, like, maybe it will just end the way I had already figured it would, basically from day one, but we'll see. The manga isn't actually finished yet, so I ended up reading everything that has been translated so far. So now I'm kind of stuck without the full picture, and I'll have to wait who knows how long for new updates. Tends to take a while for things to get translated, even like with fan translations and stuff. Oh, hello Pie Bucket, welcome in. What show? It was No Frickin' Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And I am looking forward to reading more of the manga. Probably check back on it in like a few months or something. But yeah, it's hard to find Yuri mangas that are actually finished. Usually they're all kind of like ongoing. And like there's always a lot of new ones coming out too. But then yeah, it can take like, you know, upwards of like a month per chapter. And so yeah, it can be pretty slow to update, which of course is like understandable. I can't imagine being like a popular shonen mangaka having to do like a new chapter every single week. Seems like absolutely insane. The MC looks like the hit character Doro. Wait, Doro? Who's Doro? What are they from? I'm trying to think actually if I know any like pink-haired anime girls that look similar to the MC. Can't really think of one off the top of my head. Not that there's any shortage of like pink-haired anime girls, but actually, low-key, she kind of gives March 7th vibes sometimes. Not so much in like the personality, but like with her look. Kind of like similar hair length and pink color. The pink dog looking thing, she's memed a lot, but I don't know where it originates. I see. Maybe I need to look it up. Because I mean, I was picturing like an anime girl, not a dog. So maybe I have actually seen what you're talking about. Doro meme dog. Oh, wait, it's this thing. I see, yeah. I've definitely seen like other characters drawn in this style. So yeah, I see what you mean. She does kind of resemble that a little bit. Right, I haven't added things to the playlist in a bit. Not the biggest fan of the one that's currently playing, but I feel like the previous two might have been alright. I might have to listen to them again later, but I'll add them for now. But yeah, sometimes like the main character of this show like annoys me a little bit. But at the same time, it's actually like, I don't know, I've kind of come around to her wish-washy personality. Because like, At the end of the day, I mean, first of all, it's like, it's fictional, right? Even if her behavior would be like a bit selfish, like IRL, kind of like not giving clear answers to the people confessing to her. Like, that's less egregious in an anime slash manga, you know? And yeah, the more I think about it, it's like, in some ways, it can be like actually a good thing, because the anime, it does actually have more I guess more like introspection about the main character's sexuality. Probably more so in the manga, since like you see the character's thoughts more. But yeah, thinking about it that way did kind of make me come around more to her personality. Because like, the manga and anime can basically be like thought of as like an exploration kind of slash coming of age story. That this person, like, you know, understanding her sexuality more, what she actually wants out of a relationship. And so, yeah, thinking about it that way, I'm much more understanding of that kind of behavior. Long wait times suck. Gotta follow at least 5 series to have weekly new content. Yeah. And I mean, that's talking even like weekly. The generally all of like the Yuri mangas and stuff that I read can have like a wait of like upwards of a month for new chapters and stuff to be translated. So it's kind of rough out here, waiting for the story to progress. Speaking of which, I did actually read a couple new chapters of a manhwa. Oops, that was bad. A manhwa that I had like basically binged in like a couple days, the entirety of, which is okay, so it has like kind of like a sus title, but like don't judge. It's called Please Bully Me, Miss Villainess. I swear it's wholesome, don't worry. But yeah, that recently got like a couple of new chapters, which is good, because actually where I had left off when I stopped, it was like a pretty big cliffhanger. And so luckily with those new chapters, it did like wrap up that, you know, that plot line, that volume of the story. And so now I can be a bit more at peace, waiting for future updates. I'll probably wait like, I don't even know how long I'll wait, maybe like half a year to a year, honestly, for like a whole other volume, perhaps. You're in a Yuri reading competition and your opponent is I Lightheart. I mean, I'm pretty new to it, honestly. Cause like, before I was much more of like anime watcher, you know? Didn't read too much manga. I have enjoyed like light novels before, more so than manga. And so I do like buying the occasional light novel, checking out new series and stuff. But yeah, actually what made me really start enjoying manga more was that I started reading on my phone rather than like trying to still read it on my desktop PC. And I mean, I guess it can be like down to preference, My brother actually prefers reading on his laptop slash PC rather than his phone. But I found I much prefer it on the phone because you kind of see like the whole page, like one whole page close up, you know, you can bring it closer or farther away from your face, depending on like how small the writing is and stuff. Can zoom in easier, I find. And yeah, when I back in the day when I had tried reading manga on my computer, I didn't like how I could see both pages basically side by side, because then sometimes my eyes just automatically go to maybe the more defined images and stuff, which is not necessarily where I should be reading next. So I found, yeah, sometimes it would spoil me 5 seconds in advance, which isn't that big of a deal, but I don't know. I prefer having it physical, of course, is the best. But yeah, I found reading it on my phone is more enjoyable for online reading. I low-key got a Kindle to read light novels. I recommend it. Oh yeah, like a Kindle / tablet type thing would probably be better than the phone. True. Yeah. The reason I buy light novels rather than mangas is because I think not that it's a bad deal or anything to buy mangas, because you're also getting a lot of nice art. But for me personally, when it comes to reading, I read through manga much faster than I read through novels. Oops. And so there's a part of my brain that's oh, I'm paying so much to only get maybe a day of reading out of it. Or even less than a day. Whereas a light novel is generally takes me a few days to read through it all. And yeah, I'm too broke to afford reading, to afford new books frequently. Oh god. Oh gosh. Darn, golly gee. I got sick of light novel writing though, so I read normal acclaimed stuff. I can definitely understand that. Light novel is very hit or miss when it comes to the writing. I have read some very well written stuff. And then obviously there's a whole bunch of kind of more amateurish writing, which I usually don't mind too much. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to stuff like that, as long as I still enjoy the story and characters and world and stuff. Even just a single aspect of it, I can still, find enjoyment. But yeah, I remember actually, because there was this one series that I had read a fan translation of several years ago, which I really liked at the time, specifically for the world that it depicted. I thought was really interesting, because it's basically a fantasy world that during its prime was very generic and video gamey. But the whole story takes place many years in the future, like several centuries in the future after like an apocalyptic event. And so like basically the entire surface of the planet is all just like a desert. And the last remaining like sentient species had to flee onto like these floating rocks basically to avoid the monsters that roam the surface. And yeah, I really like it because like it goes into kind of like the reason why that all happened. I thought it was very interesting. But yeah, more recently, I mean it was still like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago that I bought all of the volumes of like the officially translated novels, since like they actually hadn't even had an official translation back when I read them. But yeah, I checked back on them and like was able to find them now translated. Hello Magulus, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Is it bad that I recognize this part of the game you're on? The jumping has been hard. Yeah, we kind of had a big fall. We were higher up earlier in the stream, but yeah. Now we're back in our regular non-progressive state. But yeah, this light novel that I read more recently with the official translation. Hello Dane, thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, I realized that the writing was actually kind of trash. Like the quality of like the writing itself. I still very much enjoy the world building and like the overall story. But yeah, the writing was kind of rough, to the point where like I'm pretty sure the fan translation was like unironically better, like better written than the official translation. I don't know if it was like the translator's fault or the original author's fault, but yeah, that was still enjoyable to read through again, but definitely didn't think it was like as good as the first time I read it. Yeah, unfortunately that light novel has like the longest name imaginable, so I can't actually like say it off the top of my head. I believe it gets shortened to World End, though, because the full title is like something like, what will you do at the end of the world? Will you save us, or like will you do something? I don't even know. But yeah, I think it's shortened to World End. Right. I need to keep remembering to add new songs to the playlist. We went through like 5 of them already, actually. And so I don't remember if those 5 were good or not. I think the previous song was pretty good that I bought. Actually, speaking of which, I think I forgot actually to add the credits on my Twitch stream. I put it in my YouTube description. But yeah, let me actually just update that real quick, so that I'm not a thieving stealer. Oh, is stream buffering. My internet might be under the weather today. I was actually having some issues with like the Twitch stream manager as well. Like some of the things just like aren't loading at all. And yeah, as I'm trying to reach my Twitch page, this as well is like having issues at the moment. Oh well, my stream actually had to completely restart. Hello, Sammytron. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. I was about to start playing Mirror My God to Thee and saluting the sinking of the Titanic. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but like recently I bought a pack of like 80 songs by this indie artist, and it was really cheap. It was basically just like $10 USD for full commercial rights to the songs, so like I can do whatever I want with them. They said like, you know, put it in video games, streaming, or anything like that. And so yeah, I thought it was worthwhile to check out and hopefully get some nice stream BGM that I can also play on YouTube without worrying about like copyright and all that. Oh my god, my internet is being annoying. If it's any consolation, my internet is also being especially Canadian today. Where I am, I think it might be like a bit windy, / possibly looking at rain later in the day. It's looking pretty cloudy. But yeah, I actually just can't get to my Twitch page right now. It's just not loading. So, apologies, Elektrobear, the composer of all this music. I will add your name to my credits as soon as possible, as soon as my internet stops being stupid. But yeah. What was I talking about? Yuri manga, also light novels. But yeah, light novel writing, definitely very, very hit or miss. But yeah, I can also like enjoy, I guess, like the author having more freedom, basically, to write like literally whatever they want, however they picture it. Which, you know, oftentimes can end up leading to the same generic tropes, especially with like all the isekai stuff out there. But you know, I think it's still cool to see all of the authors' ideas and thoughts and stuff. And at the end of the day, I do actually enjoy isekai. It's like my comfort junk food. Sometimes you just want to like see literally the same tropes that you already know and just have like a self-insert character. I don't know. Lots of people don't like that type of stuff. But I'm a sucker for imagining getting isekai'd and stuff.